Why, by happy coincidence, the next question is submitted by known miscreant and degenerate Matthew Lloyd, who says, educate us on Soros. It's easy to understand why politicians on the left are intent on destroying Western civilization. It increases their power and lines their pockets. Soros isn't a politician. What does he get out of this? Why would a billionaire who survived the Nazis be so intent on sowing leftist extremism, destroying freedom, and increasing the power of the state? Well, let's start with the most simple of these things, Matt. He survived the Nazis because he collaborated with the Nazis. He openly said that the times that he spent, I think he's from Hungary, that the years he spent in Hungary turning over Hungarian Jews was the best years of his life. What do you say about a guy like that? I mean, what do you say about a guy like that? Soros knows he's not going to live forever. Soros made his money, and he made a lot of money, by essentially gaming the financial markets. And my understanding is he basically crashed the British economy and just cashed out on the wreckage. So I'm not... I don't put anything like this past him. Soros is a guy who is about control. When you've got that kind of money, you don't need to make more money. T-Dog Lyle said that he thought that Klavan was the degenerate. Klavan is beyond degeneracy. Klavan is there's a word for Klavan that I can't repeat on TV. Miserable swine. But he is about the control. And a guy who enjoys collaborating with the Nazis against his own people is the kind of guy that's got some warped priorities. So he is doing what he's doing, and so are Bill Gates and Spielberg and Weinstein and all the rest of it. Because when you get right down to it, what they want is control. And they know that they are the connected people. There's nothing that these people would rather have than political control over the worker units. And it's not just because they make more money. It's because they need to control people's lives. And the people that don't have that evil motivation, let's just take Steven Spielberg or Katzenberg or somebody for that in that category. Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you very much. Apple, for example, or Microsoft, they want what huge businesses always want. They want to be able to buy the political power to lock competitors out of the market. They started as quick little mammals, and now they're gigantic lumbering dinosaurs, and they don't want the competition. They want to lock it out. But ultimately, they want to control all kinds of things, which is a little segue into something that I think is more interesting than this. I was talking with the fighter squadron commander, and he was asking me who I thought controlled the world. And I said, nobody controls the world. And he was a little shocked by that. I said, it's orders of magnitude too complex. There are just too many variables. And the election of Donald Trump is the perfect example of how, even with all of the political machine and the pop culture machine, the music machine, the whole thing, even with the full court press, with the media handing Hillary Clinton questions in advance on debates, with everything on the table, they still lost because it is too chaotic to control. So I don't think George Soros runs the world from behind the scenes. I don't think anybody does. My experience in life has been, especially when I got to Hollywood, my experience in life has been pretty simple. I thought when I got into entertainment that as I came in, greenhorn, wet behind the ears, and as I got more experience, I would move up just move up. And that's exactly what happened. And as we continue to move up and gain more credibility and get higher paying jobs and more important jobs, I thought, as I'm sure many people unconsciously do think, that if I work hard enough, I'll get to the top of this group. And then the time is going to come, after I paid my dues, where somebody's going to basically pull aside the curtain and they're going to show us all of the levers of control, and they're going to introduce us to the people that are operating the levers of control, and they're going to show us how to work the levers of control so that we can basically carry on. When I say control, I mean of a business, not of society necessarily. And the one thing I've learned is that, I forget his name, is a screenwriter named William somebody, I'll show up in 15 seconds. William Gibson, maybe? And he said about Hollywood, he said, ain't nobody knows nothing about anything. And that's it, because when you get to the top and you open the curtain, there is nobody operating the levers. There aren't even any levers. There's just nothing there. It's astonishing to me how absolutely stupid some very, very powerful people are. So Soros he is an evil man, and his motivations are evil. He's coming from a society that had collectivism in both the communist form and the Nazi form, and he's trying to bring it here. What do you say about that guy? He's just plain evil. He wants to be in control, and he knows which politicians to buy. So that's George Soros. And now BillWhittle.com, among others, have to face $18 billion of resources that are being thrown against us. And it doesn't intimidate me, but it does tend to focus the mind a little bit. Okay.